There's a quiet kind of resentment that builds when women work from home. Not because the work is hard, but because nobody around you seems to treat it like work. You're sitting in front of your laptop, maybe in the bedroom, maybe at the kitchen table. You've got deadlines, back-to-back meetings, and emails piling up. But your toddler starts fussing. Your partner calls from the next room. The laundry beeps. Someone's knocking at the door. And here it comes. "Hey, since you're home." It sounds harmless, but it's not. It's a sentence that instantly turns your workday into everyone else's emergency room. Because you're home, so you must be available. Never mind that you're also on a client call, or writing reports, or trying to make headway in a job that's already being quietly undermined. Again and again, women describe this exact experience. Working remotely doesn't give you flexibility. It just means your job becomes the default backup plan for everything that falls apart in the house. And if your partner's response to that is, "Well, you're right there," then you already know what it feels like to be invisible while in plain sight. The myth of equal parenting. Here's the thing, a lot of men say they're involved. They'll watch the kids while you work. They'll help out during your remote day. But what they often won't do is treat that responsibility like a job of its own. There's a difference between being around and actively parenting. And many women are left doing double duty because their partners don't understand the basics of ownership. You can't be the primary parent and the full-time employee in the same moment. You can't focus if you're being interrupted every 15 minutes to answer questions like, "Where's the baby's socks? Can I give her juice? Should I warm up lunch now or later?" Those may sound like little things, but every interruption resets your brain. Every decision asked of you steals time from the work you're being paid to do. So, yes, if he's watching the kid, then he needs to actually watch the kid, start to finish. Planning included. No passive hovering, waiting for you to intervene. Just like you'd expect from any professional role. Own it or don't claim it. The invisible load is still on you. One of the most frustrating parts is this. Even when your partner steps in, you still do all the thinking in advance. You pack the diaper bag. You write the schedule. You portion the snacks. You leave instructions. You worry. It's like you're the manager delegating tasks to a trainee, not a co-parent handing off equal responsibility. And if you don't plan ahead, things go sideways. Then somehow you're the one who feels guilty for not setting him up for success. So your workday becomes one long juggling act. You're not just doing your job, you're also project managing your partner's parenting. And you're the one expected to absorb the emotional fallout when it doesn't go smoothly. Why this isn't just about interruptions. A lot of women try to make this work by setting physical boundaries. Closing the office door, wearing headphones, putting a schedule on the fridge, leaving for a cafe. And yes, those things help. But they don't solve the real problem. Because this isn't just about space. It's about value. The reason you're interrupted isn't because you didn't set a boundary. It's because your time isn't respected the same way his is. You see it when he says, "Can't you just pause your meeting?" Or, "You're better at this stuff anyway." Or worse, "I don't know how." It's the underlying belief that his work is fixed and protected, and yours is flexible and optional. So you end up cutting corners, dropping opportunities, scaling back. Not because you're not capable, but because your time was never treated like it mattered in the first place. Real support doesn't sound like, "Let me know if you need help." It sounds like, "I've got her until 4. You don't need to check in, I'll handle everything." It doesn't mean showing up when you're asked. It means planning ahead so your partner doesn't have to ask. That means taking the toddler out of the house during calls, planning meals, managing nap schedules, handling interruptions yourself, letting her work without guilt, noise, or question. Because if she's working remotely, she deserves the same uninterrupted time you'd get sitting in a cubicle with headphones in. You wouldn't call her boss to ask where the snacks are, so don't knock on her door and do it yourself. When men say they want equality at home, it has to show up in the moments that don't look equal. That one remote day a week might seem like a small thing, but it's a window into whether you respect her labor or just expect her to do more of it quietly. So if you've ever said, "Since you're home," ask yourself, would you say that if she were at the office? Because she is at the office. You're just standing in it.